Jesus was here right now. Would you let him in?
As long as he went through the proper, as long as
he came here legally. As long as Jesus Christ came to this country legally, we would let him in.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you. No, thank you.
Friend of the network, Walter Masterson, is trying his best to convince MAGA that they should practice the actual teachings of Jesus instead of hijacking them to justify their bigotry.
Pretty intense.
Yeah. I feel like Jesus was kind of like a big open border socialist.
Well, that's interesting that you say that. Well, there are some things that,
Saw we thee a stranger and took thee in, or naked and clothed thee? As ye have done it unto one of the least of these, my brethren, ye have done it unto me.
While the Bible contains some of the most unhinged things you'll ever hear, it has many truly valuable and universal lessons that apply equally today as they did thousands of years ago. Religion is a tool that can be used for good, like Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and the Civil Rights Movement, or bad, like justifying the slave trade and manifest destiny. It just depends on who's wielding it and their intentions.
What do you think it's about?
The only thing I can say is until we get our own people under control, I'm not worried about anybody outside this country.
We were talking about immigration. There were some parts in it that I thought were like pro-immigration.
They are. Jesus was an immigrant, right? Illegal immigrant?
No, he was born in Nazareth.
It was like an anchor baby.
Raised in Egypt.
He did not apply for visas. He never came in through any country legally. If people come to our country and we don't give them home, we don't give them food, we don't give them water.
Shout out to the Jolly Good Ginger coming in at the end to put a bow on the sheer cruelty of our country's immigration system and general attitude towards immigrants and migrants. No human being is illegal, and immigration status should play no role in how you treat someone whatsoever. But that's a lot to ask out of MAGA, and sadly, far too many Dems and libs.
But we have to realize the deeper meaning behind this election. It's not just politics. This is truly evil. This is a spiritual war in our country. I'm a devout Christian. I do believe 100% wholeheartedly that we are image bearers of Christ. And so in that, we can't destroy the image of Christ in the womb, out of the womb. You look at other countries and they're doing eugenics. This is going to happen here, and abortion is just step one in that plan.
Eugenics? You mean like based on like genes, trying to get people with the same genes?
Yeah.
Did you hear Donald Trump saying 2 days ago that immigrants were people with bad genes?
I did not hear that. And I wouldn't necessarily agree with that. I would say that all immigrants, no matter where you are, no matter what race you are, ethnicity, you are created in the image of God.
It's all well and good for him to say this about immigrants as a self-proclaimed devout Christian, but what he really believes is more like, yeah, even though I disagree with Trump's thinking that immigrants aren't human beings not deserving of the same human rights and dignity as white native-born Americans, I'm still going to vote for him anyways because that's what my version of God is telling me to do. And I trust everything he tells me. The cognitive dissonance and mental gymnastics are spectacular yet so disheartening to see in real time.
Hey guys, quick break in the action. I have a new show coming out called The Rick Strom Show. It is going to be awesome. I'm interviewing musicians, athletes, producers, writers, journalists, authors, sports doctors. Go check it out at youtube.com/@TheRickStromShow. Also be sure to throw me a follow on Instagram, Threads, Blue Sky. It can all be found in the description box below. Thank you.
Do you think Donald Trump is picked by God?
I believe that everyone is. Just like Joe Biden being in office, I believe that God put him there for a reason. I don't believe in coincidence, and God has everything that happens, he has planned, and he has prepared the steps.
So if Donald Trump were to lose, you'd accept the election results?
I would accept it, yeah. And I think that if Kamala gets in and our country plummets, which it will if she gets into office, I think that'll be judgment on our nation. And it's only a time for us to grow stronger in our beliefs in God, because as we can see, the world is evil. There is truly something anti-human, which is against our human nature. And so we have to realize that this is spiritual, and spiritual, the realm does exist. And so we have to realize that this isn't just all shallow like they want to make it seem.
Case in point, reducing elections and politics as a whole to a simple binary of good versus evil misses the forest for the trees. Yes, there are morally good and morally bad things politicians do and policies they advocate for, but that completely ignores the underlying reasons why the vast majority of our elected officials do what they do, money and power, which helps explain why Trump's cult of personality among Republican officials has gotten to this point.
Before you take this historic vote today, 1 week before Christmas, I want you to keep this in mind. When Jesus was falsely accused of treason, Pontius Pilate gave Jesus the opportunity to face his accusers. During that sham trial, Pontius Pilate afforded more rights to Jesus than the Democrats have afforded this president in this process.
President Trump is joining some of the most incredible people in history being arrested today. Nelson Mandela was arrested, served time in prison. Jesus was arrested and murdered by the Roman government. There have been many people throughout history that have been arrested and persecuted by radical, corrupt governments. And it's beginning today in New York City, and I just can't believe it's happening. The Democrats and the fake news media want to constantly talk about, oh, President Trump is a convicted felon. Well, you want to know something? The man that I worship is also a convicted felon. And he was murdered on a Roman cross.
No one, let alone Donald Trump of all people, should be defied and venerated to this degree. And when your leaders are saying things like this, it inevitably makes its way down to the base.
I mean, you think about Jesus Christ himself. Everybody went against him because he was preaching love and doing what was right for the people. And Trump's doing what's right for this nation, and because he's doing that, everybody is against him.
Number one, he's a godly man. He's working for God, for darn sure. Number two, he really cares about us. He cares about us. He cares about what happens to us. He cares about our country. He didn't come in there because he wanted the money. He's got money. He is coming there because he is actually working for God, and he wants to help us, and he wants to get us to he wants to make America great again, and I it's true.
I can guarantee you're not voting for Trump by just talking to you right now.
Marjorie Taylor Greene, the congresswoman from Georgia, said that Trump is as close to Jesus as anyone she's seen, that he is like, but he's being treated like Jesus. He's being treated because they are persecuting him. What do you think of that?
I think that's a fair statement. I mean, Jesus was wrongly crucified. He was like Trump. He was a fighter. He was an evangelizer, and the people back in that time and the politics of that time just wanted him out. So they got rid of him.